Hello and welcome to another edition of Long Beach Treasures. I'm your host, Harvey Keller. Today we're back in the historic Bluff Park neighborhood, and we're going to go through one of the more spectacular Craftsman bungalows here in Bluff Park. And joining me now is one of the owners, Melinda Roney. Melinda, thanks for letting us come and join you.
Thank you very much.
And I want to point out your beautiful new lions here.
Oh, we're very happy with him. That is Siegfried, and this is Roy.
And you just had the other one stolen, did you not?
Yes, we did about 2.5 months ago.
How in the world could they lift them?
Well, they were lighter than these. These weigh 650. The others were about 300. So they were a little lighter, and we have no idea. They did it within an hour in the morning. We came out, got the paper, the lions were here, came back to get the other paper, and they were gone. So
you have a beautiful Craftsman home. This is probably what, on the order of a green and green?
Yes, it is. Much of the interior moldings have been done as green and green when it was remodeled in 1980, in the 1980s. So there is an awful lot of green and green influence in the house. The original builders and developers were the Milwaukee Building Company. And they built this house in 1911, and then they built the Milbank Anderson House in 1912.
Which is now the museum.
Now the museum, the Long Beach. They also did the Grauman's Chinese Theater, the Fox West Coast Theater, the Walker Building, Grauman's, I said Grauman's, I believe the Egyptian Theater also. So they're very well known.
What year did you say this was built?
1911.
And the square footage is?
The square footage is approximately 3,300 square feet.
Oh, it's quite large.
Yes, yes it is.
And are you the original owner?
No,
I guess you couldn't be since 1911.
Actually, well, yeah, sometimes you feel like it. But it had eight owners before myself.
Oh.
It was originally built by David and Mary Estella Shoup from, they were from Indianapolis and Ohio also. He was a clothing dealer, and they built the house for their summer home in 1911. They owned the house through 1929. During that time, they did rent it out to some various people. And then it had three other owners. The probably most notable owner was in the 50s, was the county coroner for Los Angeles, lived here and commuted back and forth to Los Angeles.
Would you take us on a tour of your house?
Oh, I'd love to.
Let's go.
Okay.
Oh, this is a beautiful front door.
This is an original, and this particular stained glass is original, as is the piece in the dining room, original. The lamps are recreated. In the late 70s and during the 80s, the house was owned by Michael Anderson and Jerry McElroy. When they purchased the house, it was off of its foundation. So they spent a year or so getting it back on. They built a new foundation for it. And they are the ones that are responsible for our interior moldings and whatever.
The woodwork is beautiful.
The woodwork. They were greatly influenced by the Gamble House in Pasadena. They had a craftsman carpenter living with them much of the time, and he's the one that has done the exquisite moldings. They lived here until early 1990s, and then the home was bought by the Stevens family, and they now live in North Carolina. We bought the house in 2004 from the Stevens.
Are the floors original?
The floors are original. Well, they have had some changes, obviously, because of the 1933 earthquake, okay? So there were changes there. But then they also had to have some new parts. I see I've got leaves in the house now. They had to have some new flooring put in, but much of it is original.
Can we wander through?
You can wander through. Some of the original wood is used in the beams, and a lot of it has been replaced because obviously termites, whatever. The wood is all heart. I believe it's Douglas fir, but Michael Anderson and Jerry McElroy spent days in lumber yards just choosing heart wood. One of the jokes of the house is that there are only 2 knotholes.
You have a lot of sconces, don't you?
Yes, yes we do. Furniture is ours. We're kind of eclectic about everything. We travel a great deal and collect a lot.
You
too.
must like sculptures, the lions out front. I see
we
some
do.
dolphins over here.
We lived on Newport Beach on the ocean for years, and so of course those were our.
And I see in the next room
whales.
when we get there a big bear.
Well, yes, we can go this way
Okay.
if you'd like. This is Mr. Bear. Okay, Mr. Bear came with the house. The Stevens, the people before us, had the house furnished in lodge, kind of lodge setting, you know, so it was kind of rustic animals on the wall, that kind of thing. So Mr. Bear, the Stevens didn't want to take back with them, so they left us Mr. Bear and Wolf, and actually a huge eagle, but he's now with our friends in Colorado. Most of the artifacts we've collected while traveling, so we do travel. This year we're not doing much. We're glad to stay home. I just retired this year and really happy to stay home.
Isn't retirement great?
Oh, I love it. I love it.
Where are we going this way?
Well, this way we're going into, this is a pantry, which I will not open, okay? And small bathroom downstairs. The floors are the tiles are from Italy.
Oh.
Michael Anderson wanted this size of a 6-sided tile and couldn't find it here. So they were imported from Italy just for the house. I guess it took months to lay them, and they're just, I love this floor. The floor is
You have a
wonderful.
lot of doors leading outside, don't you?
Yes, yes, we do. It's a lot of air. We have a small patio over here, and then we have the backyard patio. We don't have much yard. In the 50s...
Sometimes that's a blessing.
Well, I still plant a lot of things. In the 50s, there was an apartment, carriage house, over the garage, and they rented it, and when the Andersons took over, they took it down. So, and we had thought about replacing it, but then it seemed like every relative in the world thought this would be a good place to go to school and live, so we kind of passed on that one.
The kitchen's rather small.
Yeah, it is for the size of the house, but adequate. I was just going through this book. Maureen Neely had made it up for us, of early pictures of the house and owners. There's a very good one here, this one. Fact is, the funny thing is, this particular palm tree was just taken out last year. You can see that the house has changed. There was an addition to a bedroom up here. A bedroom was added onto there, and originally there was a porch. Okay, this porch here was added in and then enclosed. So it's been changed throughout the years. Maureen does wonderful work. So
She does.
Yeah, she does do great work. Kitchen cabinets. At first, I thought, oh, I can't live with glass cabinets, but I've turned out I really like them. The wood. The wood is wonderful. I enjoy it very much. This is the dining room. And again, same wood. We're going to be changing this color green in the very near future. This was a porch, sleeping porch, you know, and then it was enclosed, and it appears to be enclosed probably in the 60s at some point in time. What else? Let's see.
The cabinets,
The cabinets, they're all built-in. No, some of these have been replaced, as the library room shelves in the other room have also been replaced. That was originally the smoking room, where the gentleman would withdraw after dinner. The house has pocket doors over here so that the guest would come in and the table would be set, and then the doors would be open. Okay. The pool room, again, was the smoking room. It also has closed doors, pocket doors.
So the ladies would adjourn to the parlor,
they would adjourn to
and
the parlor, and the men would go
to...
into the smoking room.
Guess we don't do that anymore, huh?
No. I can't imagine smoking a cigar. Would you like to go upstairs?
Quick run upstairs? Yes.
In the 30s, the house had, well, actually even during the 20s when the Shoups owned the house, there were several renters from the area, or several people that were listed as living in the house. I think one of the best urban rumors about the house is it appears in the 30s during the Depression that there was something going on in the house, that the whole upstairs is just filled with telephone wires. and it's thought that it was a bookie joint of some sort. So, yeah. Now this was an add-on in here, small bedroom. We're changing this into a office. We just have no office space since we're both retired. We fight over the computer. It also was used as a boarding house, which is when that was the closet, and then they added a bathroom in there, and then they built this outside closet.
Would this be during the war years when?
During the Depression times. During probably the 30s is when that seems to have happened. And then they added the sink, so this could be rented out as a room with a bath.
I love the wood up here. The wainscoting is beautiful.
It is, and I have a wonderful woman that loves wood. She specializes in Craftsman. She comes once a week and polishes wood and just does wonderful things. Cabinets. This is from Austria. We bought this one. The other built-in cabinets were always here.
I see another
we like horses.
Wooden horse here.
We do. Well, the last owners, this was the girls' bedroom. They had twin girls. So we still call it the girls' room, but we also kind of call it a fun room, too.
Those are neat windows, aren't they?
Oh, they're wonderful for air. Oh, we have air conditioning, but we've been here 3 years, and I think we've used it 4 times.
Well, I can't imagine you need it. All you have to do is open the doors and you get the cool ocean breeze.
In fact, this ceiling when we moved in was covered with clouds, and that was the only thing that's been painted thus far. This one has a bathroom too. Originally, the house stopped about here, okay, and there was a deck outside, all right, and then this was also added on. So, and the bathroom's really quite modern compared to the rest of the house. It is a bathroom, but the greens, you know, it's just kind of, the colors are somewhat from the 30s, but definitely, certainly not what you would call a Craftsman bathroom. But again, the oh, excuse me, Harvey, I'm sorry, go ahead. Oops, that door is, well, thank goodness that they're all bifold doors for the most part. And
those are nice.
This is the closet, but we have a lot of bifold doors. Cabinets are very, I like the cabinets.
You have a lot of storage, don't you?
We do, and we also have an attic upstairs. There's an attic, and we have a basement too, which manages to collect a lot of things.
This is a huge master bedroom.
We love this master bedroom. This was certainly one of the things we enjoyed the most. The sitting room. Originally, we planned on the television just being up here, but we like being downstairs. We like the outdoors. Of course, as you know, a Craftsman home is designed to make you feel like you're outdoors. The large windows and the open air, bringing the outside inside. We have a deck here, all right? And right now we still have our 4th of July decorations up. We love to decorate the house.
And this is the master bath?
And this is the master bath. This is the closet. You don't need to film that.
Okay.
And you may film the bathroom. It's a closet. That's all you can say about it.
But it serves every purpose you need.
One of the things that happened to me 2 years ago is that I have a makeup mirror there, it's a very enlarging mirror. And one day we were getting ready to go down to the farmer's market down at Los Alamitos Bay. And I came up, and there was smoke coming from this bathroom. And I looked, and one of the reflecting mirrors, or one of the magnifying mirrors, had caught the sun and was burning the wainscot.
Wow.
So I have a burn spot in there that I don't know what to do. But it really, I just never had anything like that happen, and managed to tell as many people as possible, be careful of mirrors and wood.
So this is just a 3-bedroom home?
It's just 3 bedrooms, yes.
For over 3,000 square feet?
It's just about $29.75 on the square footage, okay? And that doesn't count the attic and the basement.
You know, I know some of the homes along Ocean years ago, when they had a basement, they used to have a tunnel going down to the ocean.
Really?
The Loynes house down in the next corner.
Yes.
There used to be a tunnel going all the way to the beach, and I understand during the war years they closed them up.
I didn't know that. Oh, that would be interesting to see.
Maybe I'm wrong, but I had heard that tale.
That would be something I might investigate in the basement.
You know, as Fred Bixby once said, he said, "Don't let the truth get in the way of a good story."
Oh, exactly.
So
well, see, that's
maybe
kind of like, was it really a bookie place? Well, I can tell you there are an awful lot of telephone, what are they called? The old PBX boxes. I mean, it's just, we've got to get it taken out, but it's still kind of part of the color of the house.
Maybe you could have a part-time job.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm going to go back to work. It's just too much work. The house, actually, we love the house is about the best way to say it. We kind of feel like we're the guardians now.
Do you use the balconies a lot?
I sit out there sometimes in the evening. You can watch fireworks. You can do all sorts of things. But we find it's more, well, the fact is on Gay Pride Parade, we thought we'd watch it from the balcony. Well, now we have a large party in the front yard. It's more fun to go down and join in with people. So,
and you're right across from the museum.
Yes, yes. We get to see a lot of weddings. Fact is, perhaps as time goes on, we'll learn how to be wedding crashers. Okay, have dinner.
Well, Melinda, your house is beautiful. I've thoroughly enjoyed the tour, and I want to thank you for taking me on a tour. And
well, thank you very
thanks for
much.
letting us stop by.
Thank you very much for coming, Harvey. It was a pleasure to share the house with you.
Thank you.
We enjoy that very much too. Thank you.
And don't go away. We'll be right back with more Long Beach Treasures.
Wow, look at all this great stuff, and all more than 50% off retail value. When I'm not working on my show, Extreme Makeover Home Edition, I'm out looking for bargains just like these. I'm at Habitat for Humanity, South Bay, Long Beach's new home improvement store. Profits from this store will help build safe, decent, and affordable homes in partnership with people right here in our own community. So come visit the store. You can donate your own items, improve your home, and help someone else's life at the same time. That's what I call giving to the extreme.
Hello, welcome back to Long Beach Treasures. We're now going to visit another historic site here in Long Beach. This is the lifeguard station at the foot of Cherry Avenue. And joining me is Jeff Williams. Jeff, thanks for taking time out to answer some questions for me.
Yeah, glad we could help out.
Now, is this the main lifeguard station?
This is the main lifeguard station here in the city of Long Beach.
And when did lifeguard services first start in Long Beach?
Well, lifeguards started in 1906 with the hotel staffing a lifeguard, and then the Long Beach lifeguards officially then started in 1908, separate from the hotels.
This wasn't the original location for this lifeguard station, was it?
No, it wasn't. It started at Pine Avenue Pier, at the foot of the pier there, and then it was moved when Rainbow Pier was built, and then it was moved to the foot of Rainbow Pier at Linden Avenue. And it was placed there for quite a few years before it got moved down to this location.
Now, this is a historic site, right? It has been designated by the city of Long Beach.
Yeah, in June 9th of 1981, it was declared a historic site.
You know, they used to have a lot of wooden lifeguard stations along the beach that were sort of old, beachy looking. Now they've been replaced by the portable ones. Any particular reason?
I think just over time those stations got so worn down and just the dynamics of lifeguarding's changed. You know, those stations used to be big stations and lifeguards used to stay in those stations and live there. Now it's kind of changed. The lifeguards don't live on the beach like that.
By the way, speaking of that, does anyone live here?
No. It's not 24 hours here, no.
Oh.
Yeah, so, and the other wood stations got so run down. Some of them were built date back to 1920s, so we had to replace them.
I would think the portable ones are more economical too.
Yeah, and they're just easier for us to deal with and move.
Now, I notice this is called the Dutch Miller lifeguard station. Why is that?
Well, Mr. Miller served as captain is before we had chief status. His actual title was captain quite a few years, and the Long Beach Lifeguard Association pushed at the time the Historical Association to name the building after him because of his actual stint of time as being captain and just a lot of the stuff that he donated, his time and things that he did for the Long Beach Lifeguards.
Okay, do you have a permanent year-round lifeguards?
Yeah, we do. We staff about anywhere from 24 to 27 people year-round, including our captains.
But that doesn't, they wouldn't man the lifeguard stations along the ocean, would they?
No, our year-round lifeguards, marine safety officers, and rescue boat operators are on the beach in a vehicle and are out on a boat. Yeah, we don't sit in the actual towers. That's what our summertime.
Now, I notice in the paper at times, before summer begins, you have lifeguard tryouts.
Yeah.
Now, if someone is hired as a lifeguard, say for this season, and they want to repeat next year, do they have to go through the process again?
No, they come down and do the initial tryout, and if they make the training and go through training, and they work in the summer, they're actually guaranteed a job the next summer. But they have to do, we do a 10-hour day training. They redo their CPR and first aid and go over some of their lifeguarding skills, and then they're welcome to come back.
What are your hours of operation for lifeguards on the beach?
We operate from 8 to 8 in the summertime.
Oh, that's...
And then our rescue boats, we have a couple rescue boats that are 24 hours.
But there's someone in this lifeguard station all the time year-round?
Yes, this station's manned year-round. This is our lifeguard headquarters, so we have a captain in the station, administrative scheduling sergeant, and MSOs work out of here.
What's the reason for most of your calls for help?
Most of our calls, we deal anything from medical aids to vessels in the swim area to swimmers in distress. But because of the bike path, we have all those medical aids. But
would you take us on a tour of your facility here?
Yeah, sure.
Show us
I'd love
what
to
it's
show
like?
you too.
Let's go.
Yeah.
You said this was originally built on stilts?
Yeah, originally this station, when they moved it here, it was up on stilts and there wasn't a lower level because of the surf could come in and go under it. But now that the break wall's here and we built a wall around it, they added a lower level. We have a weight room down there now for the guards to work out, keep in shape.
Let's go on in.
Okay, great.
You know, this wouldn't be bad duty. You get to dress casually. You have a beautiful view here. It must be nice to come to work every day.
Oh, it's great. You come to work, enjoy the ocean breeze, watch the water. Up here's our main, this is our main floor where our dispatch station over here takes place. All our calls generated come through this station. We monitor 3 radios up here, and we have 2 phones. They monitor the fire radio, the lifeguard radio, and a VHF marine radio. And then, so this is all our dispatch area. Then we have a high power set of binoculars here. We can look through and monitor the beach from the station as well.
Now, you don't get 911 calls or of any kind, do you?
We'll get them. We don't get them directly here, but the 911 calls, most 911 calls are like cell phone or generated through CHP, and then they'll call our fire, and fire will dispatch us if it comes through 911 like that.
The waves aren't very large here, are they?
No, we don't get a lot of waves because the break wall keeps the surf from coming in. But sometimes like a straight south swell, we get a pretty good. We'll get a little bit of it coming through the holes in the break wall.
Since Long Beach is a south-facing beach, does that make any difference from a beach facing a different direction for currents or waves?
Not so much for us because of the break wall, and that controls a lot of that. But
we got a minute left. Any quick thing you want to show me?
No, we can look at the rest of the floor. In the back here's the captain's office, and then we have a minute scheduling sergeant's office here. And then down below, the middle floor is our locker room facility. We have showers, and there's actually a galley down there where we can store food and cook food if we need to. And then, like I said, the lower floor, we've converted into a weight room. And our hourly guards work out the front down in that floor. And there's a medical aid room down there as well, where we can treat stingray patients and any medical aids.
Is that a major problem, stingrays?
Yeah, stingrays are a big thing here because it's flat water, and the stingrays like to come and lay in the calm, shallow water and sun their backs, and people go out and step on them. So we recommend you do the stingray shuffle. You just kind of go out, shuffle your feet out, don't step, just kind of kick sand forward and scare them away.
I remember that when I was a docent at the aquarium.
Yeah.
The stingray shuffle.
Yeah.
Are the beaches here really crowded in the summertime?
Yeah, we get pretty big crowds. The 4th of July is the big day for us, just with the fireworks show that we have here off the beach. And, you know, we get thousands of people coming out to watch the fireworks show, and it's really a big day for us. But
well, I envy you your job. It seems like it would be an interesting occupation, and I want to thank you, Jeff, for giving me a tour of your facility.
Thank you for coming down.
And don't go away. We'll be right back with more Long Beach Treasures.
Food's great. I can see 11 TVs from where I'm sitting. Great atmosphere, good service. Excellent place to come watch a game.
Lots of good sports, great television.
Football, baseball, and HD down at Smooth Sports Grill.
There's actually a nightclub Friday nights and Saturday nights. Fantastic DJ. We love coming to Smooth. Great food. Got televisions everywhere. Nice place.
Okay, before we leave, I wanted to point out this mural, which is right in back of the lifeguard station. This is one of the most colorful murals in the city of Long Beach and one of my favorites. Those of you who have lived here for quite some time might realize that this used to be the tunnel that used to go under Ocean Boulevard, and the archway here with the heart in the middle. And that was the tunnel entrance. It has been now filled in, and the artist came back, recreated the doorway to make it look like the original mural. You know, I don't often have time to thank you for watching, and many of you say that there are certain shows you would like to see. If you would email me at longbeachtreasures@aol.com, I will be happy to see if we can fill your requests. Again, thanks for watching. It's always fun, and it's always nice when you say hello. So come back again next month as we take another walk through history and uncover more Long Beach treasures.